initiative started back in 2014 with the involvement of all of you, when we decided to come together to bring back the Liberian National Police Women Association in 2014. We had a working session that was raised by our IG now, and I think he was the only one who was available, and fortunately we have him. During that session, we look at three basic core areas. That is capacity building, leadership, sustainability, social. And the session recommended several key points as part of the progressively empowered females of the Liberian National Police to becoming deserving and promising officers with the ability to ensure continuity of quality service. With that, the recommendations brought forth included to review the association's constitution to improve on prescribed dynamics, ensure positivism in attaining and achieving a realistic and measurable goal, which was done. And at present, sir, we are looking forward to you reviewing the Constitution and for final signature by you if it's approved. We also look at the means of developing policies based on integrity in line with the Liberian National Police regulations and administrative instructions. That, everything we do, we have to go in line with all of the regulations that govern the Liberian National Police. And we also look at the welfare of the association, the financial capacity building, travel, amongst others. As we speak today, I will be traveling to Barcelona to the International Police Women Association's conference, and I will be alone. I've traveled a lot, and I know with other West African countries especially, you have 20, 25, up to 40 females going. And by re-establishing this Police Women Association, I am of the conviction that we are going to work with our policies to ensure that more women, competent women, visit those places and gain more exposures. We also look at creating a system of transparency, accountability, sustainability by developing a substantiated and measurable annual working plan to be used as the association's working tool in line with the LMP annual working plan. So there's nothing we'll do out of the scope of LMP. We also look at developing a 3-year strategic plan considering the on-mill drawdown that has already taken place. As you all know that we are already in the transition period. With all of these already crafted, some of us were opportune to have some discussions regarding the status of females within the Liberian National Police with some diplomats from the United States of America visiting the LP, at which time our entire recommendation was brought forth, giving the rise to the inclusion of the LP professional development funds for education as an indicator on a program promoting accountability for sexual and gender-based violence in Liberia, funded by the International Law Development Organization. This scholarship program focuses on 3 categories, which include professional skills, undergraduate program, and program. The project, the project called for 90 officers of the Liberian National Police with emphasis on females. After a progressive period of vetting, covering application, written test, and interview, the total of 45 officers were finally accepted for a 2-year scholarship program. And out of the 45, we have 43 females, 42 females and 3 males. Now, the boys in their court. We could have continuity, we could not have continuity. You will have to show yourselves approved. We have other females to follow. As per our current strength, if included class 44, we're going to have 979 females. And we just have 42 sitting here. So we see that a lot more females that we need to help. So I think it's time to plead. I always plead with you. You need to do your utmost best. These are taxpayers' money that they have brought to us. We cannot play with it. With that much ado, I want to say welcome on behalf of the Inspector General to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police for this all-important launch. Thank you.
At this point, we call for remarks. That will be done by Madam Teresa. She comes from the IDLO. Madam, you are welcome.
It is my pleasure and honor to address you on this occasion. As IDLO, we feel very privileged to be able to partner with the NFP on this very important initiative, which is the Professional Development Fund, funded by the United States government. Based in Rome, as you may know, IDLO is an intergovernmental organization that supports countries all over the world to improve the rule of law. Our interventions in Liberia are designed to support the Liberian government in civil society efforts to improve access to justice for survivors of SGB. Providing professional development opportunities for female officers and those other individuals working on the response to SGB in Liberia is an important part of our work as IDLO. The Professional Development Fund for Officers, is, in particular women officers, is in response to the underrepresentation of women in Liberian National Police, in particular, and the low representation of women in many professional careers. This underrepresentation of women in professional life is a result of long-standing gender disparities between women and men that often see men getting better opportunities in life as a result of better access to education and other privileges. As we were talking about the launch this morning, Mr. Finn Young, my colleague, said to me, it would be good to share with the Liberian National Police women officers that it's not unique to Liberia that you find women being in positions that are generally lower than that of men. And I want to assure you that it's not unique to just Liberia, it's also common across the continent, even in my own country. I was sharing with them this morning that a few years ago, when I practiced as an advocate in Zimbabwe, we got a phone call one morning at my office, and they wanted to speak to an advocate. So the lady who picked up calls put them through to my office, and I picked up the phone and I said, "Good morning, how can I help?" And the gentleman said to me, "I'd like to speak to Advocate Mugadza." And I said, "You are speaking to Advocate Mugadza." So he repeated, "I'd like to speak to Advocate T. Mugadza." And I said, "You are speaking to Advocate T. Mugadza." And then it dawned on me that what he was looking for was a male voice, because the general expectation is that people that carry titles are often men and not women. So I want to say to you, it's not unique to Liberia. Generally, when people say councillor, commissioner, more often than not, we'll see a man behind the face. So this is not unique to you, and this is why this is important for us as IDLO to support the advancement of women in the LNP. It's against this background that the Professional Development Fund was designed. And it was the result, I think, as Commissioner Reeves already said, of extensive consultation between IDLO, the United States government, and ourselves. It is a recognition that in order for women officers in the LNP to excel and rise within the ranks of the LNP, there must be a deliberate effort to encourage and support their professional development through enhancing access to educational opportunities as well as in-service capacity development. The fund was launched in July 2016, and I think Commissioner Reeves already spoke to the fact that over 90 women officers applied, and only 42 of you were successful for this round of the fund. The impressive response to the call for applications confirmed that indeed women officers are aware of the need to enhance both their academic and professional capacities in order to excel within the ranks, as well as to advance their careers as individuals. The beneficiaries here present are here because you succeeded in a very rigorous, but it was an open and fair process. So when they're looking at the person sitting next to you, they are here on merit. They are not here because of who they know. They are here on merit because you went through the interviews, you wrote the papers. You went through the interviews, you wrote the papers, and I would like to congratulate you on behalf of IDLO. You did well, and we hope that this is the beginning of the advancement of your careers within the LNP. We hope that your selection and success will serve as an inspiration to many other officers in the LNP to pursue academic excellence and become competent and effective law enforcement officers. Today, we are here to launch the Professional Development Fund class of 2016-2017. The distinguished beneficiaries here are inaugural alumni, Inspector General. You have become more than just beneficiaries of the LNP Development Fund, Professional Development Fund. Today, you are becoming an alumni of a very important process. You are becoming role models for fellow women officers, role models for young women who see you in your uniforms and still pursuing further education. And most importantly, you are becoming representatives of excellence within the LNP. You join a network of IDLO scholars that extends to many countries around the world. With this selection also comes a responsibility. You are not only representing the police, you are representing Liberian women. It is vital that having been given this opportunity, you seize it with both hands. You must approach your studies with a seriousness and focus and realize the potential that we believe you possess. It is my belief that the class of 2016-2017 will not only complete the courses that you have sought to undertake, but that you will also do so with excellence, and that we may see many of you rise to leadership and decision-making within the LNP and in other spheres of your life, so that when Commissioner Reeves travels next year, she's traveling with other women within the LNP leadership and not by herself. As IDLO, we are privileged to have facilitated the process and remain committed to supporting you for the duration of the academic year. We also have a responsibility. We know that for many, undertaking the tertiary education journey can be a daunting task. However, we hope to be able to support you in your pursuit of academic and professional excellence. IDLO will provide you with monthly platforms so that you may share experiences and encourage each other. If you need help or guidance, we will try to offer it. The platforms will also be opportunities for you to hear useful presentations that will help you in your career and to gain other skills that are necessary in your work as police officers, which you may not find through formal training. Therefore, IDLO is committing to providing you a platform for mentoring amongst yourself, importantly, and where appropriate by IDLO. It is my hope that this Alumni Association will live up to our expectations, and I'd like to wish you well in your studies. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. At this point, I have the most distinguished pleasure to welcome on to the podium the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Honorable Gertrude O. Delphi Coulton, for special remarks and launch of the program. We will all stand and welcome the Inspector General to the podium.
Because it's like my first official LNP program since my commission. I had to cancel other engagements just to be here because I believe in you. I trust your ability. I believe in this organization, and I believe there's hope for improvement. This is exemplary of that very hope that we're all looking forward to. When I attended the rebirth of this organization years ago, there was a lot of challenges, rumor around in the air as to whether it would have survived and moved beyond where it was then. But as we can see right now, there has been significant effort, and you all are here today because you believe in yourself. It's always said that we do not have a lot of competent women in LNP, but I beg to differ. The opportunity has not been given to the women to be able to prove themselves. I believe this is an opportunity that, as the representative here said, that you must seize with your both hands and run with it. Indeed, you can make it. You are competent, and I know that you can do it. This promotion of affirmative action is not because we see women as lesser, but because for way too long there's been discrimination against women throughout this nation, even right here within this organization, because people don't believe that women should be able to perform certain tasks. Standing here, my complete support was done solely by women. Solely. From birth, straight through raised to where I am, all women. Yes, you can do it. I believe in you, I trust you, I believe. As we go through this project, it's our hope that the promotion of accountability for sexual gender-based violence program will this be an indicator you will not let us down. I have no doubt that you all are prepared, as this is the dawning of the merit system in LNP. As it was said earlier, you will justify your being here. It's not because anybody helped you. It's because you are able to justify that, yes, indeed, I'm worthy of this task, and I will seize this opportunity and make the best of it. It's our hope that this program will see development in professional skills, that it will give opportunities to more females to be able to show that light that has been covered forever. Resolution 1825, which calls for increased participation of women in security, is something that we've been working towards. At the moment, we're not there yet, but I can say we've made significant strides in moving towards the fulfillment of that resolution. With the graduation of the next class, we will be at 18.85%, which is way above most of Africa's police service, and for that, LNP should be proud of. We will continue to support you all in everything that you do. We will be there for you all, and we will stand up for you. If for any reason any one of you feel that you're being unfairly treated, raise up, speak about it. You know, there were some concerns raised at a program about issues that were sexual harassment related. While most people might not be comfortable about speaking up against these things, we want to encourage you. Because if we are to be protecting the rights of citizens out there, the females that are among us should be very, very protected. They shouldn't be intimidated, they shouldn't be harassed in any way, shape, or form. This administration will not condone it. If for any reason any one of you feel intimidated or harassed at any point in time, please bring it to our attention immediately. Out of 90 officers, you all have been selected. You're going to various institutions. I hope you've had the time to read the tripartite agreement committing you to LNP. You got this through LNP, you got to commit yourself to the organization as well. Go ahead. So, I know there's a clause there that once you benefit from this, you have a commitment for at least 2 years. Is that so? 2 years to work for LNP before you can even move on. If you decide to go before 2 years, you'll be on way. And the same time, other people to benefit from it. No, because the thing is, there will be more opportunities. There will be more opportunities, and the female will be given priority. It has to be, because for way too long, I mean, we just didn't see the need of promoting female. But I think this is the time that we look at you from a different angle. We're all equal beings. Whatever a man can do, I believe that. As such, without keeping you any further, I will remind you, this institution will tie together as a team. This is a family of blue. whatever you do out there reflects on each and every one of us here. It's my hope and aspiration that you all, not just the female, but all police officers, will continue to remember the law enforcement code of ethics and familiarize themselves with it on a daily basis. Remind yourself of it. You have to be exemplary on and off duty. Everywhere you go, people are watching you. You may think you're just an ordinary police officer. There's nothing as such. You are a police officer, regardless of whatever rank you hold. I've seen a couple of occasions there's been abuse at home, and officer will tell you it's my domestic affair. Once you wear this uniform, you got no domestic affair. Any trouble you cause me, we bring you here, we deal with you for here. So if you feel that you can go and abuse your wife at home and come back and say you want to protect the general public, it will not happen. It will definitely not happen. It will lock you up. Yeah. So my encouragement to you, make the best of this. Behave yourselves well, carry yourselves properly. You are indeed the best. And my word to you today, and I want you all to keep it in your heart. Hold it strong. People often say the sky is the limit. But I say to you today that not even the skies can limit you. But all the skies. And this is why I would love to declare this program officially launched.
Thank you very much, Chief. You know, the debate of parity, women and men being equal, is a long-term debate. And within the 21st century, the only thing I thought about narrowing that debate is education. So the world started to educate women so that when they stand to speak or when they have a function to execute, the men counterpart and say, yes, indeed, we are on time. So the Inspector General has launched an initiative for being choosing from among the rest on the basis of merit. So as you go out, we urge you, do your best. At this point in time, we have an announcement, excuse me for the things, and that will be done by Susie Tite, representative of the beneficiary.
For and on behalf of 45 distinguished and outstanding police officers who made it through a vigorous assessment exercise conducted by the International Development Law Association, IDLO, and the LMP Authority, which was geared towards selecting and building the capacity of deserving police officers, particularly female police officers, working in the area of sexual and gender-based violence and other essential parts of the Liberia National Police. I am indeed honored to extend our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to the United States government through its IDLO for the opportunity provided us to build and enhance female officer capacity in their chosen profession. We are pleased to make known to our sponsor, the U.S. State Department, through the IDLO and the LMP Authority, that the opportunity is timely, promising, and welcoming. Because it will help promote, advance, and improve the overall dream, a long-lasting aspiration of female police officers who have been denied in time past to serve in higher ranking posts. As well as taking part in decision-making that affect their lives in their chosen career. In the new phase of the LMP and the challenge ahead, we as female police officers will on this day and onward promise to take the lead in bringing back the lost image of the Liberia National Police and to contribute to the overall developmental need of our country as it relates to access to justice. We will commit our time, intellect, and energy in making sure that the goal of our donor comes true. Fellow police, as I retire from this stage, I say bravo to the IDLO family, especially our hard-working field manager, Madam Teresa Magasa, Mr. Finn, and our brother Alfred. Not forgetting our promising team of Honorable Gregory O. Debbie Comer and the astute deputies. And the 45 outstanding beneficiaries, I salute you.